Hey everyone,
Anyway,
welcome to the Hume podcast, Roles and Lols. For those of you who don't know Hume we're a recruitment training business based in Australia, and to date we have trained thousands of recruiters across Oz, New Zealand, and a bit of Europe.
this is going to be a 10-minute quick tips and tricks with hopefully some laughs along the way for agency recruiters.
Yeah, hopefully you enjoy, and if you ever have any topics you'd like us to cover in the poddy, please shout out. Otherwise, you'll see us every week on a Friday for 10-minute episodes. Hopefully you enjoy.
See ya. Hello.
Hi team, welcome back.
to the potty. We are heading into the back end of the year. This is it.
God, we're in
Home run.
November, not long to go, silly season's upon us. Some
Yes.
people have taken their foot off the gas for this quarter, let alone thinking about next quarter.
Yes.
That's kind of what we're talking about today.
Yeah, it's always an important conversation at this time of the year. And while I think there are similarities to what we would have discussed last year, very different economy, market, things that are happening that we need to consider. So, what do we consider?
What do we do
What do we
every day?
do? Tell us what to do. Help me bounce back.
I think it's a very similar concept to, okay, picture yourself. You come in on a Monday morning, having planned the week before what your week looks like, what you need to do, what activities you need to hit. You're far more comfortable doing that, just knowing you've got a bit of a plan, right? Versus not thinking about it the week before, cracking in on a Monday going, oh fuck, where do I start? I need to make money.
Yeah.
Those two scenarios are very different, leading to different outcomes.
Yeah.
And it's the exact same. You're finishing up the year. Do you have a plan in place for January? And have you laid down the foundations for your January in December? Because, again, two scenarios, and we work with so many consultants one-on-one in December for this very reason. If you come in and your scenario one, you haven't prepped, planned, done any groundwork in December, you come in, usually second week of Jan, and you go, right, another year. You're already coming off the back of a long holiday, so
Yeah.
sort of holiday blues, all of that you're contending with, but then you're starting off from scratch. You're having to do calls to your existing clients, some of whom might not even be in the office, so you're wasting a lot of time there. You're then trying to prospect new client. Again, they might not already be around. They've probably already booked in meetings in Jan with recruiters that call them in December for January meetups. So your competitors are ahead of you, having already booked in these meetings. Everyone's just a little bit overwhelmed in Jan, so it's harder to get client meetings booked in when you're coming in with no foundations set.
Yes, and recruitment is renowned to be a reactive market. We are, one step behind, always trying to figure out how we can join the race or catch up to speed. We're time poor already, so going into the new year not having anything or a plan in place or a structure or a strategy good to go, we extend that time or that lead time till we're up to speed again. So in a reactive market or a reactive job, we need to be doing things in November, December to start kind of being proactive and putting things in place so we're straight into it in January.
And momentum, guys, like momentum
Exactly.
builds momentum. So if you come in and you don't have much on, it's going to be hard to build momentum. And then you're usually waiting until the long weekend is over, and then you're kind of trudging along in Feb and you're starting your quarter then. And that's a hard place to be, because if you're starting your quarter in Feb, likely the placements you make won't start until the following quarter.
Yeah, it's a challenging transition to go from end of Jan to end of December to start of Jan.
So, oh, sorry, I was going to say, aside from the traditional end of year planning, new year planning activities, and we're going to go through this in our workshop at the end of this month. So if you're interested in a end of year planning session, shout out. We'll give you more info. But aside from the traditional business planning, I think there's a few key things that will ensure you hit the ground running in Jan. Number one, do you have cherry-picked prospect meetings booked in for your first 2 weeks? Don't care if they're with existing clients, prospect clients, people that you may have done a bit of work with previously, but they've sort of dropped off. Do you have at least, I would say, 10 booked in your first 2 weeks? Because that should give you enough momentum.
Yeah, to break that down even more, I would say the pushback we get from this is people say, oh, yeah, but they just say they don't want to meet with, or like, just call me at the start of the year. Like, there's no point for them to arrange a meeting in December to meet you in January.
Yeah.
So therefore, we need to create a reason to get in front of them.
That's exactly it. No one's meeting you just in general, regardless of
I'd love
time
to
of
catch
year.
up in January. They'll say, no, bugger off. I'm going on my holidays.
What
Talk
do
to
you
later.
have that might be of value to them in January? There has to be a reason for them to catch up with you, because your existing clients who love you might agree to a meeting in Jan because they love you and they want to catch up with you. Great. But the majority of them, if there's no real reason, why would they catch up with you? So you need to generate a reason.
What's that reason?
I mean, for us, it's going to be our billings report. We're not releasing the December billings report until Jan. We're not releasing it to the wider public until Feb. So our calls in December will be, we've got some early release data. We're printing out 30 copies. I've got the first week and a half blocked out in my calendar to meet with clients to talk through the results. I'm happy to come and meet you, but we're controlling that process. Like, we've got a week and a half that we're blocked out.
Yeah.
That's when I'm available if you want to meet. So you're kind of keeping the control of that conversation, going, this is when I'm available, this is what I've got that might be of interest to you. Do you want to meet?
Yeah.
There's something in it for the other person. It's a win-win. But without that, it's hard.
I would say value add. We talk often about service reviews, which a lot of people do at the end of the year, which are great, but they can also be done at the start of the year, which is, I guess, goes hand in hand with how have we worked together in 2024, which then paints a picture of how we can work together in 2025.
Absolutely.
So it's a reflection and a pipeline meeting that you can have with someone.
Yeah.
And depending on your client base, that may work better with people that are, B or A grade clients. It's hard to get those ones in with C grade. So I would go value add for your C's and B's, and service and projection meetings for your B's and A's.
Yeah. And also it's in how you sell the benefit of those service review meetings. If you're calling clients to go, hey, we'd love to catch up and get some feedback on how we did, you know what? It's probably going to be met with it was okay, as well, don't stress.
I'll tell you now.
But positioned in the right way, i.e., hey, you want to come down, do a bit of a service review meeting, sounds a bit boring, but I promise there's a lot in it for you. I'm going to come in, show you a lot of data around the space that we've been recruiting in for you, what we're seeing happening in the market, current trends. Also, I'd love to just get a handle on what might be coming up for your business so that I can start planning and building talent pools, so if and when you do hire next year, I've already got the talent pools.
Yeah.
It's something in it for them. So it's in how you sell it. The second thing I would absolutely do is utilize your tech. Most of you will be using LinkedIn Recruiter. Who is, in December, in the last 2 weeks, I would be looking at who in your market that you recruit is open to opportunities. Jot down all of those company names and the hiring managers, because that would be my high priority list for Jan, because I know most people will. Yeah, they're about to lose people. You can target your approaches with these organisations. People come back and they're out. They've already got job offers, so you need to be sort of front and centre of mind. So target your activity based on good data.
Yeah, we know often Jan and Feb are always like, people, it's like new year, new me, new job kind of thing. And we see a lot of movement happening in that time. But yes, like you said, on the back of that, that also means a lot of companies are losing their current teams. Yeah. So we need to be at the forefront of that.
And lastly, team, every single senior person that's open to opportunities in your space, I'd be booking them in for meetings in Jan. Every single senior person that's looking, regardless of whether you've got a job for them or not, book in a catch up, offer them some help, advice, tell them what's happening in the market, which companies they can apply direct to, offer some free advice. These are senior people that will become your clients. You'll be the only recruiter doing this, giving them an hour of your time, and I can promise you it will pay off. These people then rave about you will remember the person that helps them when nothing was in it for them.
Yeah.
So don't forget the candidate side just because you might be really job short. These candidates are where your value sits. So meet with these senior people, go out of your way to go, hey, I'd love to catch up with you. No one meets in person anymore. Let's grab a coffee in Jan. These are the dates that I'm free. Shall we lock it in now?
Yeah, 100%. We've got, a good couple weeks left of hopefully placing more candidates. The last couple weeks at work, it's not time to twiddle the thumbs.
Nah.
Your future self, your Jan self, will be very grateful for the last push, which is getting in front of your clients, getting them set up for January. So there's a lot of activity that we can do in that last couple weeks, and it's fun, it's easy work. Yeah.
So anyone listening, we'll probably reach out to you in December. Meet us in Jan.
Yeah, right.
We've got a big meeting.
I've got a target to hit. Yes, think so.
But shout out if you guys need anything. But thank you for listening, and we will see you next week.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye.